That's a good fish right there. There we go, girl. Woo, man.
Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by Fishbrain, the world's #1 fishing app. Download it free now and start hooking up.
Excited to actually be fishing with you again. I've got Buck on Let's Take It Outside Season 3. We're here at Munch's kicking off the morning. This is the best place to kick off your morning when you're going to go fishing in Tampa Bay, because you can get some good luck grits, some coffee to wake you up, and I think it's going to be a great day today. We're finally, going head to head again. This is our rematch because, you did beat me bass fishing last time, but this is my backyard now. But stay tuned for this episode of Let's Take It Outside, because we're going to be catching and reeling today in Tampa Bay. The weather looks amazing today. The wind's finally laid down. What's our plan? Let's go over in case something's changed.
All right, so from what I'm thinking, we're gonna be fishing like Upper St. Pete, Wheaton Island area. So we're down here right now, Kekina. So we're probably gonna be coming up and looking at this spot, right?
There's a lot of fish locations right there.
And these are already filtered out to where we're just kind of looking at like target species. So that's like you're seeing catches from snook, tarpon, red, trout, flounder, sheep's head, black drum.
There's some resident tarpon that are showing up, some juveniles. I don't know if I'm looking for a big monster, but I sure would love to jump a couple tarpon, hit some of those juveniles.
Oh, yeah, man.
And Captain Chris Wiggins, if anybody can get it done, it's him. So I'm excited to go bend some rods after a great breakfast and go see how it goes.
Absolutely, should be fun.
Are you ready to catch more fish and have the information the pros use? Then download the free Fishbrain app today. Fishbrain provides you with the tools and skills you need to perform better every time you hit the water. Fishbrain is the world's most popular fishing app. Whether you're fishing inshore or offshore, freshwater or saltwater, Fishbrain has you covered. Catch bigger, catch better, fish smarter today, Fishbrain.
Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by Fishbrain, the world's #1 fishing app. Download it free now and start hooking up. Minn Kota trolling motors, built to outlast, outmuscle, and outperform the most trusted trolling motor on the water. Humminbird Electronics with Mega Down and side imaging. Fish have nowhere to hide. Simply, clearly better. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Everything you need to take it outside under one roof.
Are you ready to catch more fish and have the information the pros use? Then download the free Fishbrain app today. Fishbrain provides you with the tools and skills you need to perform better every time you hit the water. Fishbrain is the world's most popular fishing app. Whether you're fishing inshore or offshore, freshwater or saltwater, Fishbrain has you covered. Catch bigger, catch better, fish smarter today, Fishbrain.
The best of both worlds looks a little like this. Here, a morning of sunbathing transforms into an afternoon of flying. And a peaceful day spent kayaking is really an adventure exploring nature's theme park. Look at this! Could be anything from a cannonball in the pool to a rocket in the sky. So, what are you waiting for? Discovery awaits on the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Florida's Space Coast. Only here.
Our children come from different backgrounds with different stories. They learn time-honored values like the importance of faith, hard work, and that an education is something no one can take away. They learn that respect begins with themselves and should be given to others. the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, where kids learn, laugh, and dream with people who refuse to give up on them. With your donation today, we can give them a brighter tomorrow.
This episode of Let's Take It Outside is presented by Fishbrain, the world's #1 fishing app. Download it free today and start getting hooked up.
I'm really excited today because we are trying out our Fishbrain app on the salt water. Last season, we were in the freshwater at Beanville Outdoors up in North Florida, but today we're going after our Inshore Slam. We're searching for redfish, snook, and trout, and hopefully a bonus tarpon or two today. We checked out the app this morning just to kind of find some different locations that we're going, checking the depths of the water, looking for potholes, looking at water temps, things like that. So we're gonna try Fishbrain out today and see how it holds up.
So we're out here in beautiful Tampa Bay. This is my home, my backyard, my stomping grounds. I'm out here with Misty. We're trying to get on some good fish today. Kind of took the approach of everyone else, looking at the weather, looking at the tide, the current, the wind, making sure we could be dialed in for success best we can. So, we did that this morning again, kind of double checked, everything was looking good on our end. So now we're getting ready to gear up and load out. And the plan today is to get on some nice quality sport fish in the bay. So we're talking redfish, tarpon, snook, flounder, sea trout, maybe mix in some mangroves, some sheep's head. But overall, we're really trying to just match up with that tide, looking where the bait's moving, finding with those layers on the map side, where those potholes are, those spots where things are gonna be stacking up, and then just try to match the hatch. I think we're gonna be throwing a little bit of live today, mixing in a little bit of artificial, so hopefully we can find out what's hidden, and then have some fun with it. Some topwater action this time of year. It's super cool to watch those fish get aerial and throw it.
We just pulled up to the first spot of the day. It's about 10:30, and from what I heard from Captain Chris, 10:30 to about 12:30, 1 o'clock is really the optimum time right now to be out here fishing. Captain Chris is up in the tower, and he's looking for signs of life. So we'll be sight casting, hopefully to some big old schools of fish in just a minute and show you some catches.
Basically, I'm just up here scanning for redfish. I'm looking for this school of redfish from the tower. Just lift and wind. You're not gonna set. You're gonna lift and wind. Wind, wind, wind. You're on.
Oh,
Snook.
that's enough. Oh shoot! Trying to get off.
Not a snook.
Let's see if we can get him in the boat.
See that little hook works, don't it?
Yeah. Oh!
Next one. Not bad.
So we had a redfish on a bait. I was gonna reel in because we're moving. Then he started chasing it. Cast it back out, and practically came out of the water trying to get the bait. Missed it again. And then just kept on rolling. I guess he lost interest. When the bait's playing hard to get, I guess the redfish are interested today.
Got a decent sized redfish overslot. Finally hooked one. They kept missing our baits, but that one didn't miss it finally.
That looks like a nice one.
That is a nice one. See his big red tail coming out of the water. You're okay. I can steer him away. You're fine. You grab my net.
What do you need?
That net up there, we'll just net him.
Just like Chris said, as soon as the tide started coming up more, they started eating. We've been seeing them. They just haven't really been eaten yet. So that's a nice fish, man.
That is a good one.
Nice. Now, what are the size limits on those?
So he's over slot. The top of the slot's 27. So you can keep them between 18 and 27. Under 18, got to throw them back. Over 27, got to throw them back.
I like that he's over instead of under. I think that's great. Beautiful fish.
Healthy fish.
Beautiful.
Definitely beautiful.
What lies beneath can no longer hide. New Mega Imaging Plus uses high-frequency sonar to show you fish and structure up to 200 feet below your boat and 200 feet out to either side. No more secrets, no more guesswork, just a clearer picture of the world below, down to a fish's species and direction. Because more detail means more of this. Only from Humminbird.
Shepherd's world-famous entertainment beach resort is the ultimate Florida getaway. Located directly on Gulf waters, you can't get any closer to paradise. Immaculate rooms boast ocean views and high-end upgrades. Shepherd's famous entertainment pleases the whole family, offering water sports, fine dining, live music, a nightclub, and much more. Come visit Shepherd's world-famous resort and experience it for yourself. Hi, this is Misty, and I want you to win big this season. Scan the QR code you see on the screen, text the word TV, and you're entered to win charters, vacation stays, rods, reels, and apparel. Follow us on social media for the weekly winners.
You're invited to come visit the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center located at historic Johns Pass, Madeira Beach, Florida. The center is home to over 250 animals. Our Discovery Center provides a place for education and conservation. Don't worry about the Florida weather. Our entire center is indoors. Have you ever wanted to feed a sloth, pet a pig, or kiss a gator? Come visit us at the Alligator Wildlife Discovery Center. Visit kissagator.com for more information. Okay, it's not a big old one like Chris's, but it's still a good one. Oh, coming over here. Okay, I think we're coming over here.
A little crisscross?
Yeah, crisscross applesauce. Comes right in the net, hopefully. Okay, here we go. Lift him back in the net. Woo! Nice. Nice little snook. Hooked him really good. Nice little snook. Tide's coming in. The bite's starting to pick up. Really exciting. But still, Chris is in the lead with his big old lunker redfish, but still a really great catch. So 2 snook and a redfish so far. Misty 2, Austin.
We're out here. It's kind of getting close to midday right now.
One right there.
Came in, was looking at the app, checking out the tides. Basically, it's kind of looking like stuff was gonna be rolling in, 10, 11 to noon, 1 o'clock. It's kind of that peak tide or that peak high tide. So in those kind of areas, these fish are pushing in where the water's getting a little deeper, and the bait are starting to stack up. So far we've got on a couple snook, nice red, seeing a lot of fish move everywhere, and it seems the bite's really starting to kick on lately. So far, we are kind of on the right path, it feels like. Well, it looks like a snook because he just got aerial on us. So my main thing is not getting chafed off, keeping him out of those groves. He's got a little bit of shoulders to him. You want to just two-hand it? Okay. It's a little bigger than the last one.
Bigger than the last one.
Yeah, right?
Snook are fun.
A little bit bigger. I don't know, what do you think? Probably like 22, maybe?
22.
22?
23, maybe. 22, 23.
I can guess as close as a captain. I feel pretty confident. Another beautiful, healthy looking fish. Beautiful, look at that lateral line. Big old mouth. That'll heal up nice for him. There we go, double up. That's what we like, Misty.
Yeah. Woo!
I'm coming over you.
Okay, switch places.
Oh! Oh! I think that was a break off.
Uh-oh.
Yep, got me.
Okay, he's coming your way, Chris. Okay, here he comes. Oh, no!
We just got offered?
Broke off. We both got broke off.
Look at that.
Broke off at the boat.
Where are you at?
Next
Dude,
time
let's
I'm
see.
bringing some bananas. Change your luck.
Dude.
So if anyone knows what this chalkiness is, that's those gill plates slicing that up until it
Exactly.
decidedly does that.
But, you know, again, you got to use the light line to get the bite. And sometimes that's just the way it is. Dude, my guy's just spinning in circles. Like, oh, way to go. Come on, Austin. Oh.
Little double trouble. That snook was right there when I threw on it, wasn't it? Hey, there's another one that was running on his tail.
Let's see if we can get both of these to the boat at the same time.
You gonna bring him to the net or you want me to pull him over?
We'll come back. There you go. One bigger, it's just speed.
Here he comes. Woo! Landed two, finally! Woo! Okay. A lot of pressure right there. Okay, double header, and we actually got him in the boat this time. So that in itself is a miracle. But I am taking a lot of really good instruction from Captain Chris using this light tackle. It's something I'm not completely used to. So it does make a difference on your technique and what you're doing and not doing. So this time I did it right.
It looks like I'm on a decent red. We'll see in a minute. He's trying to find somewhere he can get. I can't, he's stopping me.
Tip in the water. There you go.
I had just loosened this drag down a little bit because we were talking about with that snook.
Red's coming in the boat.
Chunk.
There he is. It's a chunky one.
Yeah, he is.
He's over slot too.
Trying to get that hook. That is a Tampa Bay red right there. How pretty that fish is. Free lining greenback, flipping up underneath the mangroves. Just kind of how you drew it up, right, Cap?
I like it in the shade, middle of the day.
Went on a nice run, probably 60 yards through the mangroves. Definitely thought I was gonna get busted off, throwing a little bit light tackle, but clearly that's not what happened. So I'm kind of feeling like I want to look at Missy and say scoreboard at this point. Now we just need a double up, huh?
Okay. I was trying, but I missed it. Here he comes. From the shadows. Look at that.
Chris.
Look how beautiful.
I saw him blowing up over there.
Yeah.
You can still see the bubbles on that one, right?
Yeah, I see that.
Look at that. He jumped up so high. Should I try and flip
Let's
him?
get my chummers out. All the water
Should
out.
I try and
Yeah,
flip
we'll
him?
flip him.
Okay. There we go. Nice.
I gotta take this reel in.
Woo!
This is Bales.
Okay, so Another nice snook. I mean, the minute we showed up here, the bite was hot. This guy flipped up so high, he almost landed up in the mangrove. So the bite is hot. We're gonna keep fishing, keep catching. Amazing day fishing in Tampa Bay today, and one of the highlights for me was actually finally getting to fish with Captain Chris Wiggins. I've been waiting for years to be able to go on a trip with him, and as you guys saw from all the fish that we caught today, there's a reason why he's the legend here in Tampa Bay, but I am leaving kind of heartbroken, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we lost a big redfish to the bushes, a big one, really big. But I enjoyed fishing with you. It was awesome.
It was great.
It was fun to fish with you finally too.
I know, and I learned a lot. You know, I learned we have some different styles. His style is he gets to fish in the boat. Mine is I break them off. You know, but I learned a lot. You know, he uses lighter tackle, smaller hooks, things like that, and I learned to finesse a little more instead of just kind of hossing them in. So that once I implemented that technique, that did help a lot.
The water's just really clean right now in the bay, and it was a bright sunny day, no clouds, so we had to use smaller leader and smaller hooks. So
and it works.
You lose some to the bushes that way because
Right.
you can't crank down the drag as much. So
I'm pretty sure, what was that, like 30, 40, 50?
it was a mid 30s, upper 30s redfish. It was a good one. It was a big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say bigger, but you know,
it was
the one
big.
that got away is always bigger.
It always is.
It always is. Well, I'm ready to head over to Dr. Barbecue's. I know you got charters tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm going to go post some pictures of all my catches.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank
I really
you.
do appreciate
Thank you.
it, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoyed it.
From big game to bottom fish, the catch and release movement is catching on, and King Sailfish Mounts has been there all along. King Sailfish Mounts empowers anglers to celebrate their prize catch with no harm done. If you know the species and approximate size of your trophy fish, you can order online. You can also send us your photos and our artists will handcraft your mount down to the finest detail. Choose from the 175 species of game fish on our website. We're not just a fishing mount company, we're a conservation company. King Sailfish Mounts.
So, you want this, but you can't have it without this, or this, or this. Until now, introducing a new way to travel, intranationally. Get all that international charm without ever leaving the country. Right here in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Get all that culture, all the cuisine from that culture. You're welcome. All the gram-worthy sites from that hashtag culture. Right here at home. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Travel intranationally.
Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by Hilton's Real-Time Navigator, the technology you need to catch more fish and use less fuel. Fisherman's Ideal Supply House, St. Pete, Florida, family owned and operated, your one-stop boating and fishing shop. Penn, superior quality and designs. Get ready for the battle. High Standards 4x4, Lakeland, Florida. You perceive it, we achieve it.
We just got back in, of course, after an epic day of fishing with Captain Chris, and we headed over to Dr. Barbecue's here in downtown St. Pete. And I'm telling you, after a hot, long day out on the water, reeling in lots of fish, there's no better way to close it out and talk about all the fish that I caught more than Austin here at Dr. Barbecue's. Well, I had a good time today.
I had a blast.
I know. Fishing with Chris is amazing. I knew it would be. I never have before, but I mean, he's pretty awesome, but he does things a little bit different, you know. He said when it's bright, go light. which we did, and
Yep.
that was something I wasn't really used to today. It really helped this morning, us planning our trip and kind of, you know, deciding where we're going to go and checking the tides, because it's been a little while since I've done some inshore, and I probably have not fished Tampa Bay for close to a year. So it was really helpful, the information that we got, you know, this morning and all of that. So I feel like once I get in my rhythm, I can switch it up pretty quick and adapt, which I did. I lost a couple right off the rip, but then I rebounded, you
Yeah,
know,
you
so
did.
then I was feeling good and confident again.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just needed to get in my groove. My casting was on. I felt pretty good. I only got stuck in the trees one time, but I also caught a fish, and he's hanging over the branch. He's swimming around. I gave a little slack, so he's on top of the water. That snook came and hit it, brought the whole thing down, got him to the boat.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked about that.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's the coolest things you see on TV,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
in person,
It
you're always
was real.
like,
It happened.
hey, this is going to be me hooking into this tree off of
Yeah.
this fish. Because I think I hooked 3 trees today.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that's on film, hopefully. But
Yeah. It's going to be in there.
definitely.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
In my mind, I was just showing everyone how to tie knots. So you just needed more opportunity to, you know, show you how to tie a knot correctly. So if I could contribute that, I feel great.
Right. Now, Brian's here. There's no better way to close a show. I can tell you this, especially if you're fishing down in Tampa Bay, close to downtown St. Pete, than at Dr. Barbecues, because the food here is on the hook.